What is going on? My name is Eric, and you're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today, I'm in the city of Omaha, Nebraska, visiting the Hubbard Gorilla Zoo. Hey, how's it going? Doing good. You excited for the zoo? All right. We're excited for the zoo today. What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name? You want to wear my sunglasses? All right, you look better with those than me anyway. We're gonna do this. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is my favorite zoo on the planet, the Omaha Hubbard Gorilla Zoo. I grew up here in western Iowa, so as a kid, this was the zoo I would always visit. And there's so many special memories that I have of the zoo. It's been a long time since I've been here. Are you excited for this? Yeah. Yeah. But we got the world's largest desert dome right here. That's the world's largest indoor desert. Behind me is the world's largest indoor rainforest. We're gonna do this today, the Omaha Zoo. And she's walking off with my sunglasses.
Give me your sunglasses back, honey.
You look better with them anyway. You look better. Thank you very much. Take care. Simba. Pride Rock. Yeah, these get pretty hot in the sun. I remember as a kid, I would burn my legs on these things. I haven't done that in years. Here to greet us at the main entryway are these statues of a lion pride, and these have been here as far back as I can remember, since the early 1990s. When I was a kid, I used to climb on these with friends, with my brother and sisters, and I gotta say, in the summertime, these things get very hot. And if you'd rather sit down and learn about animals rather than walking around the zoo, you can always stop by at the Lahu Zeher giant screen IMAX theater here at the zoo. Straight ahead of me is the world's largest indoor desert dome and one of the largest geodesic domes in the world. Gotta love this giant marble sphere that's just spinning above water at this fountain. And this was here when the desert dome opened up. I do remember that, coming here in the early 2000s and being amazed by this giant granite ball or marble ball, whatever this is made out of. This thing is thousands of pounds, just floating on some water. Well, let's do this. The Desert Dome here at the Omaha Zoo. In front of me is a white-headed buffalo weaver found in the Namib deserts of Africa. They're also filming like some kind of, I don't know if it's a show or a commercial for the zoo, but there's some filming going on here in the dome. I gotta say, it is hot in here. It really does feel like a desert. It's a dry air inside the dome. I don't know how they do it, but this is the world's largest glazed geodesic dome. In front of me is a rock hyrax. Kind of looks like a woodchuck or a groundhog. You a little camera shy over there? Oh, hello. Gonna be on camera? Say yeah? How you doing today? Just saw this creature move. It's a clip springer. Looks like a little mini mountain goat. It's over there chewing on some hay. This is absolutely amazing. Brings back a lot of memories from when this first opened. This was absolutely groundbreaking at the time in the early 2000s. I almost feel like I'm in the movie The Truman Show when I look up. Oh, weird. Dwarf mongooses. Oh, I didn't even see the baby mongoose. Right there, the parents are trying to hide him from my camera. Hello. Entering this cave. This is where all the creepy crawly critters are. We've got a puff adder snake right there. And here we have a Cape cobra. You can see him. He's kind of hanging out. I can see his head right there below that stick. He's looking at me.
Yeah, that thing is huge. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. The Kimberly Rock Monitor. Showing us some theatrics there for the camera. Thank you, Kimberly. Well, I think he wants to get out. Check it out. It's a kookaburra. Or a kookaburra. So I guess we're in the Australian outback now. We're no longer in the Namib Desert. I've entered the outback. Not the steakhouse, but the zoo, the Australian outback desert. This is kind of cool. So this is what I love about the Omaha Zoo. Is they've got all these little nooks that you can kind of feel like you're exploring more into the wilderness, off the beaten path, so to say. Got some birds that you can view, and also they've got information on the plants that you can find here in the Australian desert. And entering another cave system. Some hieroglyphics shown here in the cave, and leaving this cave system, I am now exiting the Australian outback and entering more familiar territory. This is the Sonoran Desert of North America, my new home now that I live in Phoenix. And there's a javelina. Look at this. So I recently moved to Phoenix, so I see these things in the wild all the time. Just hiking around Phoenix. Just hiking around Arizona. The burrowing owl. These guys like to make their homes inside the giant saguaro cactus in Arizona. This is absolutely amazing. I just moved to Phoenix, Arizona last summer from Chicago, and I grew up coming to the Omaha Zoo here as a kid, walking this desert dome. And now that I'm seeing the Sonoran Desert, how they recreated this here at the zoo, it's absolutely incredible how accurate they got. I really do feel like I'm back in Arizona. I've hiked the mountains around Phoenix. I've hiked the mountains of the Sonoran Desert, and I feel like I'm right back at home, surrounded by the saguaro cactus, the jumping cholla, the ocotillo plants that you see right here, these spiny things. Ha. This is so cool. It's like coming full circle, coming back to Omaha and being in the Sonoran Desert, which I now call my home in Arizona. Absolutely incredible. And now that I've lived in Arizona, in the Sonoran Desert for almost a year, I gotta say, they did an amazing job recreating the Sonoran Desert here at the zoo. Look at this. I mean, you even have some of the dead saguaro there. So you can see it's not saguaro, the G is silent, it's saguaro cactus. But these things live to be hundreds of years old. And even though they've got that plushy green cactus outside, the inside of the saguaro cactus are these hard wooden sticks. So they're very much more like a tree than a cactus. At least what, you know, like a typical cactus, what you would think of. Wow, look at this. I think this is new. I don't remember this. There's like a hanging garden. And right here you got your classic abandoned mine shaft that you see all over Arizona. Ooh, and there we have the turkey vultures. Classic scene from the Wild West. This thing gets me every single time. It's literally just off the main path, but I think that's a real lizard. I fall for that every time I come to the Omaha Zoo. Every time. Gets me every time. Make me jump. Thought that was a real lizard. They're all over the place too, by the way. So keep your eyes open. Little jump scare action here at the zoo. Some Arizona rattlesnakes on display. Look at these guys. Now let it be known, I've been in Arizona for almost a year and I have yet to see a single rattlesnake or a scorpion. Everybody told me when I moved there I'd see a lot of scorpions. I've yet to see a single scorpion in the wild in Arizona. I really want to see, I actually do want to see one, so I'm kind of disappointed by that. Well, this is it. This is the world's largest indoor desert, an absolute marvel and a must, one of the coolest things that any zoo in the world has. But now it's not over. We're actually going downstairs below the desert to the kingdoms of the night. And this is probably my favorite exhibit of the entire zoo. So follow me, this will be amazing. We are now entering the dark abyss, leaving the brightly lit sun of the desert dome and entering the kingdoms of the night. This is, again, one of my favorite exhibits of the Henry Dorley Zoo. This is incredible. Entering the kingdoms of the night, first thing I came across are these mole rats. Naked mole rats. Look at this tube system that they've got. It's like the coolest hamster tube I've ever seen. There they are, just kind of crawling around. Naked mole rats. Whoa, what is this? It's a spring ass? It's spring hass? I'll go with the spring hass. A spring hass. Look at that. They're just crawling around. There's a porcupine right there eating some food, grabbing a late night snack. And check it out, it's an aardvark taking a nap. I wonder if, because they're down here in the dark all day, if they even know when true night or true day really is. Oh my God, I can smell it. It stinks. It is putrid in here, which can only mean one thing. Bat guano. Entering the bat cave. Oh, it stinks. Here in the bat cave, this is one of the creepiest visual effects they have at the zoo. There's this massive, deep pool right along the main path, and you can just walk right up to it. It looks like it goes down like 50 feet. But in reality, I think it's just like a couple inches. There's some glass right there. But look at this. This is spectacular. Got the stalactites hanging, and there are hundreds of bats. Right up here to my right. Look at this. Look at these bats flying around. Hundreds of bats. Now there is glass right here, but I'm sure some have escaped, without a doubt. Bats are sneaky creatures. I'm sure that some of these have escaped the compound. But one of the coolest exhibits I've ever seen of any zoo, the bat cave. These are short-tailed bat. Just another view of that. And it stinks in here. It stinks so bad. Bats are stinky creatures. Also here in the cave exhibit is some fish that I guess you could find in many of the caves and caverns across the world. What lurks in the dark? I'm getting Goonies vibes over here. And here we have vampire bats. Oh, look at that, there they are. Hanging upside down, the vampire bat. It says the range is northern Mexico through South America. Now get ready, because this is one of the coolest visuals I've seen of any zoo. Look at this. Look how high up the ceiling goes. We are in the bottom. We are in a deep cave system way below the desert dome. At least that's the visual effect, but look at that. And I remember years ago when this desert dome opened up, they actually had fruit bats that would fly free above your head right here. They must have gotten rid of those, but I do remember seeing bats flying high up in the air. Hanging out right here are some Egyptian fruit bats. These are some of the biggest bats on the planet. Now, I know some of you watching have extreme fears of bats, but I gotta say, this guy's kind of cute. I mean, I wouldn't want him flying around my head all the time, but he's kind of a cute little fluffy animal. Look at that. I am now entering the swamp, the largest indoor swamp on the planet. It's like I'm in an old Louisiana swamp, down in the bayou. And emerging from this old shack, I'm walking out onto the catwalk here, and there are alligators all around me here in the swamp. Look at the size of that alligator right there. Look at that guy. There's another alligator right there, just chilling, floating along the water. Yeah, they have so many alligators here in the swamp. The swamps of Omaha. Right there is a spectacled caiman, type of crocodile. This is pretty cool too. They have this giant beaver dam. You can see the beavers right there. And this is what the inside of a beaver dam looks like. Well, emerging from the kingdom of the night back into the sun and into the wind, as incredible as this massive indoor geodesic desert dome is, there is so much more here at the Henry Doorly Zoo. This is just a small portion of what we are going to see today, so let's keep exploring. Well, this is a huge disappointment. The lead jungle closed for roof replacement. Ahead of me is the world's largest indoor rainforest. And I remember I was 6 years old when this opened up in 1992. This was incredible. It was big news, a big event here in the Midwest. Luckily, I was here about 3 years ago, right before the pandemic started, and I did film some clips exploring the lead jungle. So I'll share these with you right now. The Scott Aquarium. I love this new signage that they've got. I think they just refurbished this again a couple years ago. Look at the exterior of the building. This is all new. I love it. That's beautiful. Entering the Suzanne and Walter Scott Aquarium. Oh yeah, I remember this. The giant squid here to greet you at the front door. So many memories coming back. I grew up coming to this zoo, and in 1995, all of this debuted. This used to be a really small aquarium, but I remember in 95 they had a huge expansion and added a lot of really cool features to the Scott Aquarium. So many fish. Puffins. Lots and lots of puffins. Oh, this guy's swimming around. Look at him. Hey, buddy. He's not camera shy at all. Look at him paddling around. There he goes. The giant penguin pen that they have. All the penguins out swimming around. Look at these guys. What's going on, guys? Bunch of happy penguins. And they have all different types of penguins. I think this might be an emperor penguin. I think that's what that is, an emperor penguin, which I believe is the largest penguin. But they have all these different species of penguins together in one exhibit. These fat little penguins just bobbing around. They look very buoyant. You guys look very buoyant. You know that? Come on, jump, jump. Yeah, there we go. This guy looks like he wants to jump. This guy wants to jump. He's running. He's running. There it is. There it is. Nice dive. I'd give that an 8. Strong 8. I've always liked going in this thing as a kid. Look at this. You can go into what feels like you're going... Oh my God, where's the edge? It feels like you're going into the penguin cage. Or exhibit, I should say, to be politically correct. Look, there they go. Get up close and personal with some swimming penguins. Here comes one now. Amazing. Oh, jeez. Just don't hit your head. Ow. Too big for this. I can't do these things anymore. Getting too old. And here's the penguin comparison charts. I was trying to find this. They moved it around, but yeah, I was right. The emperor penguin is the largest penguin on the planet, followed by the king penguin. This is my favorite penguin, though, the northern rockhopper penguin. Look at those feathers. Guy looks wild. Whoa, look at this thing. It's a big old Japanese giant spider crab. That is huge. I would not want to run into this swimming in the ocean. And of course, the highlight, the shark reef. I think when this debuted, this was the first of its kind. This was the first tunnel that actually went underwater. Oh, look at the size of that. Is that a manta ray? But I believe in 1995, when this debuted, this was the first underwater tunnel of its kind in any zoo in the world. Now, you can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure when this debuted in 1995, that this was the first of its kind, the first underwater tunnel in the world.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again? What is the... yesterday I went from a snap and it was from so I got like almost $10 off, but still, 2 of them for...
Look at that. They even have a sea turtle swimming around down here. That's awesome. There he goes. Watch out, watch out. Watch out for the shark, sea turtle. Watch out for the shark. I saw that guy looking at him. The elusive lionfish. I've always loved lionfish, but these things have poisonous spines, so if you get close to one, it wouldn't be a good thing. But I always thought they were a really cool looking fish. Look at all these jellyfish. All translucent. Wow. About to set foot in the African grassland. Now this is a new exhibit. I have yet to experience this. Okay, this is an amazing view here. Got some rhinos there in the distance. Next to them are a herd of gazelle. And yeah, it's too bad that the sky train or the chairlifts aren't running today. But I get it, it's early in the season. We really would have loved to ride those across the zoo and get some spectacular views of the park. Straight ahead are the giraffes, and it is windy out today. You can see the dust getting blown around. Might be feeding time. They're all gathered over there by that gate. And off in the distance there, you got your ostriches. Now, I just visited Ostrich Fest in Chandler, Arizona, and ate an ostrich egg for Easter, which I must say tasted pretty good. Oh, and there's the meerkat. He's just like sitting there looking at me.
Look, Mama. One meerkat's out there.
Timon! Hakuna Matata. So even the meerkat's trying to get out of the wind. So here's where all the giraffes are hanging out at. Look at these guys. A couple ostriches in the distance. Getting a closer look, I know what this is. This is a giraffe crossing. The sign says so right there. So I guess this is the gate that the giraffes go inside and outside through. So the indoor exhibit must be right there. And then when it's time to go back outside, when the weather warms up like it finally is, then they get to go outside again. So it looks like these giraffes are not liking the wind, so maybe they want to go back indoors. Want to go back inside? He's licking the gate. I think he's hungry. Must be feeding time soon, huh? Yeah, I think it's feeding time. I'll take your word for it. And over here is the elephant family quarters. Look, they have an elephant calf viewing too. All right, well, let's go see some elephants. I like the wallpaper. Look at the elephants. So this is a new exhibit. I've never seen this before. Kind of reminds me of Jurassic Park with the fence enclosure. Shout out to Aunt Kathy. There's your elephant butt right there. My aunt likes to draw elephant butts. It's kind of her thing. Look at that, meet Mopani, born on March 2nd, 2023. So a newly born elephant. I'm assuming Mopani must be, well, maybe that's him back there. I don't know how big elephants are when they're born, but there is a small elephant there in the back. of the enclosure. Kind of hiding back there, but that might be Mopani. Right, yeah, right there. It's a baby elephant. And here's the outdoor exhibit. There's one of the elephants that was just inside. Didn't realize that there was another elephant exhibit right over there across the railroad tracks. I think he wants to see his friends. Oh, he can walk back and forth. There he goes. He's walking across to the other side. Why did the elephant cross the road? Look at that. They're having a mud bath. There's another baby elephant out here. They're taking a bath. So that's why the elephant crossed the road, to take a bath, if you're wondering. Bath time is over. Nothing like a good mud bath to cool you down. A little closer view of the rhinos. What an exotic animal. Have a good day. Have a good day, rhino. See ya. And unfortunately, they are a declining population due to poaching and land infringements. It's really too bad. Such beautiful creatures. This is one species I do not miss living in Arizona. The Canadian geese. They are so overpopulated here in the Midwest, the North, if you will. And it's that time of year. March and April, they come back, they nest. They're aggressive. Like, look at this guy, he's coming up to me right now. They are aggressive, they hiss, they poop everywhere. You listening to me? You heard me, huh? I don't have any food. But yeah, they are aggressive and they poop all over the place. There's too many of you guys. You guys are overpopulated, you know that? I'm glad you're not in Arizona. Like I said, I don't miss these guys at all. Huh? 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 We're gonna see a fight? Am I gonna see a Canadian goose fight? Oh, look at this. Only at the Omaha Zoo. Get him. Get him. Get him. Huh? Huh? Are you honking at me? What are you honking at me? Huh? 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 You guys settle down? Huh? I don't have any food. Go bug somebody else, all right? Yeah, I don't have any food, all right, guys? Can't help you. Can't help you. Go back to Canada. And here we have the big cats. There's the cheetah. I believe is the fastest land mammal in the world. Soaking up the sun. Oh, he's getting up. He's looking right at me. So this is all new. This wasn't here 3 years ago. And just like that, there they are. They're all sleeping, soaking up the sun. There are the African lions. Now it looks like these are all female lions. I don't see any of the male lions over here. I don't know if they have any at the moment. I'm assuming they do. I just don't see them. I gotta say though, this is absolutely incredible. I'm so happy that they got rid of that big concrete cat house that they've had since the 1970s and actually reconstructed a really beautiful environment that is closer to what maybe the Sahara or where lions live in Africa. I've never been to Africa, so I don't know. But yeah, it I'm assuming matches more of their natural habitat. Loving this, absolutely love this. This is all new. I've never seen any of this yet here at the Henry Dorley Zoo. So happy you changed this. When I came here as a kid, they had a giant concrete cat house with like all the big cats, lions, tigers, cheetahs, you name it. And it opened in the 1970s. So at the time in the 1970s, it was the largest cat house, I think, in the world of any zoo. But I'm so happy they've gotten rid of that and have since opened up this beautiful exhibit for all the big cats. They back up in this. Oh, that's the lion cage. It's not good. Don't tell Henry Dorley. What in the world is this? This reminds me of that scene in Jurassic Park. You know the one I'm talking about. Shoot! Ah! Shoot! Ah! Mayday! Mayday! Hold up! Emergency! Not much of a pilot. Leaving the African grasslands and heading whatever direction this is. Well, here's a directory right here. Good. So I've got Stingray Beach, the Asian Highlands, the Simmons Aviary, the Hubbard Expedition Madagascar, and of course the Hubbard Gorilla Valley and there's so much here. This zoo is massive. So if you're visiting, plan to spend an entire day if you want to see as much as you can. Wow. Jeez, look at the size of this elephant. Ah, don't eat me. Don't stomp on me. This is huge. Now this has got to be like a recreation of a mammoth, an extinct woolly mammoth from the Ice Age. Oh. This thing is awesome. Yeah, this is new too. I've never seen this before. I'm loving these new sculptures. These are great. And check this out, right next to that massive statue. Says that this is Nebraska's elephant. The statue is a replica of Archie, one of the most famous Nebraska fossil discoveries. On a farm in 1922, chickens persistently pecked at the bottom of a small canyon, uncovering massive fossil bones. Paleontologists pieced it together and they discovered one of the world's largest elephant fossils. Millions of years ago, the plains of Nebraska were similar to those of Africa. That's amazing. So this is a replica of Archie, one of the world's largest elephants here in Nebraska. Now this is something I've never seen here before. The Garden of the Senses. There's some kind of sundial sitting here. What is this? It's some sort of sundial, but I don't know exactly how to read it. Now it's 3:50 right now. You can't really see, but according to my watch, it's 3:50, and that is at the 3 o'clock mark. But if it were 3:50, I would expect the shadow to be a little bit closer to the 4. Either way, a beautiful looking sundial here at this sculpture garden. Got all kinds of exotic animals. Here's an orangutan. Let's give him 5. Give him 5. There you go, Cousin Louie. Big Louie. Now what I like is these are similar to the lion statues that they have at the entrance to the zoo. And oh look, another sundial in the middle of this fountain. The sundial pool. You've got this massive Komodo dragon here as well. Look at this guy. That's cool. What is this, like, starving looking animal? Is this supposed to be a deer? Gotta get some food in you, man. You got your ribs showing. It's like a scant little deer. Oh, that's hot. Oh, yeah, that's a hot tortoise. Giddy up, turtle. Giddy up. Oh, jeez. I think I just scalded my legs. And if you look closely in the bushes, you can see a puma on the prowl. I see ya. I see you there, puma. You're not surprising me. He's sitting here. He's lurking in the bushes. So keep your eye open. If you're walking into the sculpture garden, you might be lunch. Some interesting statues here at the Garden of Tanuki. Another kind of a peaceful getaway if you want to sit down and take in the scenery. Stingray Beach, also closed. I guess this is a new exhibit. I've never seen this either. But you get up close and personal with a stingray. You can actually pet stingrays here. So kind of a fun experience. But yeah, like a lot of other things, it's still a little bit early yet in the season, being about mid-April, that they just aren't open. The Asian Highlands. Now this looks really cool too. I've never seen this before. I love that Himalayan look right there with the flags. Very cool. All right, well, here we go. The Asian Highlands. Again, just incredible theming here at the Henry Dorley Zoo. Look at that. I think that's one of those Buddhist, I don't know what you call those. I think it's Buddhist. But it like spins. You can turn that thing around. I can't remember what those are called, but yeah, look at this. Loving the theming. The wind kind of adds to the atmosphere here in the Himalayas. Tiger Falls. Very cool. Again, it's like a Buddhist temple. Searching for scratches. Be on the lookout for claw scratches on trees. That's what tigers do. Look at that. Ooh, there he is. The tiger. Largest of the big cats, taking a nap. I had no idea there were so many different types of tigers. But the Bengal tiger, that's the famous one. It's the world's largest big cat. Quiet day here at the tiger exhibit, but again, I have to say I absolutely love these new exhibits. Again, if you were here 10 years ago, they just had a big concrete building with pretty bland cages that all the big cats were in. So happy that they've created just these great themes, whether it was the African safari, the Highlands of Asia, and really made some great exhibits for these beautiful big wild cats. I found the Yeti camp, but no sign of the abominable snowman himself. They do have a Yeti snack stand, but unfortunately, like a lot of things today, it's not open. I'm sure the food is good. Oh yeah, so they have pictures of the food to make you hungry, but they're not open. Check this out. Absolutely love the theming here on this Coke machine. Look at that. Themed after the Himalayas. Indian rhinos. This is amazing. I actually didn't even know these existed. So we saw the rhinos earlier in the African safari, and here's some Indian rhinos here in the Asian Highlands. About to enter the Hubbard Gorilla Valley. Standing outside, a lifelike sculpture of a gorilla. Perhaps a silverback. Now the Hubbard Gorilla Valley here is one of the best gorilla exhibits and also research exhibits in the United States. And this opened up 10 or 15 years ago, so it's fairly new. Another sculpture here of a mama gorilla and her baby. Oh, look, there's the silverback, the male gorilla. Huh. The other one just hit him in the back. But yeah, they got a family of gorillas playing around indoors, and this is just one exhibit of several throughout this entire Gorilla Valley. It's really something else. Oh, is he pooping? Oh, he's pooping on his hand. This gorilla is defecating into his hand right now. And I hope he doesn't throw it at me. I just took my camera out and he started pooping in his hand. Oh no, he's eating his poop. Oh, yes, you just saw it here, folks. You saw a gorilla eat his own poop. Only on YouTube. Only on the Get Me Out of Here channel. This is where you're gonna see this. My God. Yeah, he is still eating his own poop. He's eating his poop. It's a bit nutty. I'm just glad that most people don't do that when I take a camera out somewhere. Oh look, it's a baby gorilla. And you got the big silverback male right here picking at something in his hands. I hope it's not poop like the other one. I really don't. I don't need to see two gorillas eat their own poop today.
This one's falling out.
He's gonna fall out? He might.
Such fascinating creatures, they really are. Got this guy here hanging, swinging off those straps. Yeah, this guy seems to be enamored, picking at either his fur or some kind of scab on his hand. Oh, look at him. Hey. Oh, their eyes are so human-like. It's really, really wild. All right, big guy, I'll leave you alone. Have a good day. Yeah, look at that, the silverback. Look at the baby's all interested in my camera. Hello. Got me and my baby gorilla just hanging out. We're like this, we're buds. It's amazing how similar to human beings gorillas are. I mean, this is usually what I do on a casual afternoon. Just lay around. Here he goes. It's fun seeing them play. Ooh, that was cool. Bang in the chest. Wonder what they think. What's going through that guy's head? Ha, look at him play around. There's the baby again. All right, gorilla family. Gotta keep on moving. A lot to see today at the Henry Dorley Zoo. Bye. Oh wow, there's an entire outdoor exhibit with more gorillas. This guy's even bigger than the one inside, I think. That's a big gorilla. There's another one walking around way back there that might be even bigger than this guy. Get some more of these bubbles that jut out into the exhibit, so you can get even closer to the gorillas if you want. And he's showing his butt to me. Just don't poop. Don't eat your poop. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Whoa, this is amazing. There's another like bubble window, like two of them right here. Oh, look, and you can see him walk across, which, if I hurry up, can I catch him? Oh, there he goes. There's actually a bridge that goes across both sides. So he's just camping up there. So many gorillas. There he is. See if he wants to hang out. Nope, just wants to walk away. Oh my gosh, no joke. I thought that was a real gorilla right there. Like loose in the hallways. That looks like a real gorilla. It's just a painting in front of the restroom. But from a distance, that looked like a real lowland gorilla just hanging out here in the hall. That startled me. So looking at the map, where have I been today? So I started out at the entrance. We did the Desert Dome. We did the Scott Aquarium. The lead jungle was closed. And then we walked through the African safari, past the lagoon, up into the lions exhibit, back through, past the closed Stingray Beach, through the Asian Highlands, and now I'm here at the Hubbard Gorilla Valley. Now I think what I'm going to do is make my way up past the sea lions and make my way past this carousel, see the orangutans, and then it might be closing time at that point. So start making my way back. So this is the Owen sea lion shores, and they have a whole Pacific Northwest exhibit. Again, this is new. I've never seen this before. There's so many changes that have taken place here at the Omaha Zoo in the last 10 to 15 years. Pretty quiet here. No sea lions. Oh, there he is. It's perfect weather for a swim. Again, with the theming, I feel like I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We got like the sand there, the rocks, the pine trees. Oh, it's another viewing window of the sea lion habitat. They're here, they're swimming around. Oh, there's one. They're quick. Oh, look, they're swimming down here. Look at this. You go through this cave. Oh, there they are. Oh, there's one. This is awesome. There he goes. So you actually get better views if you walk around the exhibit and find these viewing windows in these caves. This is awesome. Here he comes. There he goes. Not gonna lie, that water looks very refreshing. It is hot out today for April. Entering a sea cave. Look at the size of this viewing window. Oh, cool. And there they are, there's the sea lions swimming around. There he goes. This is so cool. I wonder how thick this glass is. This whole area is completely new. Fisherman's Landing, it's all like a Pacific Northwest theme. Now, If I can recall, I think this is where they used to have the farm. This used to be like a farming themed area. Oh, look at that sculpture garden, the Alaska Adventure. And you got these massive whale sculptures, like they're diving through the waves. That is amazing. So many changes here at the Henry Dorley Zoo. But I was saying, if I remember right, I think this is where the farm themed area used to be, where they had like a petting zoo, they had like a milking station, and they used to have like a waterfall. I remember there used to be like a really cool waterfall that you can make a wish at, throw some coins in, and I think all of that has been replaced. Now they've got Sue's Carousel here. Unfortunately, it's past 5 o'clock. The zoo is about to close, so I think they've closed this either for the day or it hasn't opened for the season. But there is a really cool carousel that should be open during the summer. And look at this. This is where you go to eat. You got a fun climbing tower that looks like a lighthouse with a slide for the kids. And you got all kinds of great themed buildings with different foods. This is awesome. Greetings from Alaska. Love this architecture and this theming. Oh, look, they even have one of those seaplanes up above. This is amazing. This is all new. I've never seen any of this before. They've completely renovated the zoo. So like a lot of other things here today, the orangutan exhibit is also closed right now. They are refurbishing it, making it nicer for the orangutans. So a lot of changes in the off season this year at the Henry Dorley Zoo. Right here is the Bill and Bernice Grucock. It's an interesting last name. This is a research center here at the Henry Dorley Zoo. So there's lots of animal research being done here. In fact, the Henry Dorley Zoo here in Omaha is probably one of the leading research facilities and zoos in the country, if not the world. So much wind. And near the park entryway, I wanted to check out the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom Pavilion. Now this has been here for decades. It's always changing inside, but I do remember coming here as a kid and they had a lot of really cool tarantula, scorpion, and bug exhibits. So I wanted to see if they still have those or not. There's this small display case full of straw. It's a harvest mouse. And look, there he is right there in the center, taking a nap. Oh, and there's some more up here running around. It's pretty amazing. Straight in front of me there. These are called four-eyed fish because they can see above and below the water at the same time. You can see their eyes are protruding up out of their heads. That is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen. I've never even heard of that. Four-eyed fish. There they are. This building is kind of just a learning center. There's a lot of small exhibits, little animals, lizards, mice, and models of fossils on display. So kind of a fun thing to pop in and check out. So talking to somebody in the pavilion there, I remember there being a lot of bugs, cockroaches, tarantulas back in the day displayed there, but he told me there's actually a new insect building. So I'm gonna hop over there real quick, see if it's open, and check this out. What I do love about the Omaha Zoo, one thing I will say, is they close at 5 p.m., but if you're already in the zoo, then they let you roam around and everything is pretty much still open until 6. So even if you are in here after 5, you don't have to leave. The zoo itself is still open until 6 p.m., which is awesome. I love that. Well, I'm gonna take my words back a little bit because I guess some of the zoo, I should say, is closing at this time. So unfortunately, the bug house and the butterfly pavilion is closed for the day. We'll have to come back and see that. But again, so much to do and see here. If you are planning a trip to the Henry Dorley Zoo, you have to give yourself an entire day to see and experience everything. This zoo is enormous. It's such an immense span of ground here to cover at the zoo, and be prepared to walk. I got my steps in today, that's for sure. And of course, exiting through the gift shop, they have an enormous store here at the park entryway that you can check out. Oh, look at this. Look what's new for 2023. New plush stuffed animals, zoo animals, zoo creatures. But yeah, this, again, so much to look at. Take home a souvenir. The Omaha Zoo. I absolutely love this place. It's the best. It's the best in the country. And the magnet game is strong here. I know some of you watching are pin people. I'm a magnet guy. Plenty of magnets if you're into collecting fridge magnets for your travels. All kinds of zoo creatures here to take home. Oh yeah, I love it. They are strong with the magnet game at the Henry Dorley Zoo. Now this is really cool. This is something unique. I haven't seen this at any other zoo in the country, but they've actually got artwork made by different zoo animals. Like this one was made by a sea lion. These were made by giraffes. This one was made by a rhinoceros. That is, for lack of better words, pretty wild. I guess that fits. Oh, yeah, this was a painting from this bear. So you can take home animal paintings.
Just hanging out with my friends here. I think we got a lot done today, huh? Well, that is a wrap. This has been an incredible day at the zoo. Again, the Henry Dorley Zoo is not only the best ranked zoo in the country, it's also my all-time favorite zoo here on the planet. Again, I'm a little biased because I grew up in western Iowa and grew up coming to this place for years, dating back to like the early 90s, the early 1990s. So for me, the Henry Dorley Zoo is a place full of memories, full of childhood memories, full of adventure, and in my opinion, the greatest zoo in the United States, if not the world. And it's always changing. I love the changes that took place, or have taken place over the years. So happy that that big cat compound is no longer here. They've got amazing exhibits for the African safari, or the African savanna, the lions there. They've got that whole Asian Highlands themed area was amazing. Absolutely loved it. To see the tigers there in that beautiful outdoor exhibit. So a lot of positive changes happening here. It's always changing here at the Omaha Zoo, the Henry Dorley Zoo. And I do, because a lot of people say, or they'll argue back and forth, that the San Diego Zoo is the best. Well, I will be personally visiting the San Diego Zoo here in the coming months. Since I now live in Phoenix, Arizona, that's an easy weekend trip to do. So I'll do a true, honest comparison. I'll try my best not to be biased, because again, the Henry Dorley Zoo holds a special place in my heart. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Highly recommend, if you are in the Midwest, come spend a day at the Omaha Zoo and plan accordingly, because trust me, this zoo has so much packed inside, so much ground to cover, that you want to take an entire day to see as much as you can. I am spent, I am thirsty, I haven't had any water for hours. I'm gonna go find a place to hydrate. But thanks for watching. This is Eric with the Get Me Out of Here vlog, and it's time for me to get out of here. And of course, I can't mention the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo without also paying tribute to Rosenblatt Stadium. Now, I'm a huge baseball fan, and Omaha, Nebraska is where the College World Series is played. The College Baseball World Series is played here at TD Ameritrade Center, located in downtown Omaha. It was originally played here at Rosenblatt. Now, Rosenblatt Stadium stood here from 1948 till it was demolished in 2012. And where the stadium used to be, actually, is right over here, is now the zoo parking lot. But Rosenblatt, I remember as a kid, I never went to a game there, but I remember seeing the stadium whenever I visited the Omaha Zoo. So I wanted to come over here. I saw this sign, and this is amazing. They actually have like a small baseball diamond, a tribute, if you will, to the original Rosenblatt Stadium. Now, when Rosenblatt existed, again, it closed in 2012, it was the largest minor league baseball field in the United States. So a lot of baseball history came from right here, across the street from the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo. Now, if you've watched my vlogs at all on my channel, I'm a huge baseball fan. I try to film a lot of Major League Baseball games, minor league if I can, and I've visited a lot of different baseball diamonds across the United States. And what I like to do is, if I do get access to the field, try to run the bases. So without further ado, I am running the bases here at this kind of recreation of Rosenblatt Field, what was once the largest minor league stadium in the United States. Let's do this.
plate here. Up to bat. Oh, home run! Home run! Rounding third. Going to home. Home run at Rosenblatt. I think I'm gonna have to make this a tradition now. Every time I come to the Omaha Zoo, I'm gonna run the bases at this tribute to Rosenblatt. All right, time for me to get out of here. Thanks